Hey, what's cracking? It's me, Brian G. And welcome to the live stream. Really great to have you here and super excited to share some really amazing information. Audio is good. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Thank you, Andrew. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brian G. Johnson. I'm the author of Tube Ritual, and today we're going to spend some time on some really fantastic information that we can use as YouTubers. You know, like we're in this together, you and me, climbing our way up, trying to figure out what to do in order to grow a channel. And as I said, once in a while, some amazing information surfaces. Just going to move this a little bit closer. That really is insightful. Information from the horse's mouth. Information that's not based on theory, but information from YouTube itself. And even better, get this. Let me see if you guys can see this. Pull up this. Here we go. I probably shouldn't show you this. I don't know if you can see it that well. So here's what I found out, guys, what I discovered. Not too long ago. Whoa. Oh, there we go. My tripod got all funny on me. Not too long ago, a document surfaced that was written by an engineer at Google, an engineer that works in the YouTube department, and he's responsible for writing code, updating the algorithm, and the paper is called Deep Neural Networks for YouTube Recommendations. So here we have, this is amazing to me, a paper that was written not by someone, a PR person, not by the marketing department, but by the person who's partly responsible for shaping the algorithm. This document is packed full of information that I've never read anywhere else. And in this live stream / video, and if you're watching on the replay, it's a pleasure to have you. We are going to go through step by step, diving into this document. I'm going to really do my best to make it simple and easy to understand so you can move forward and grow your channel. If you're wondering how to get subscribers, hang in there, focus on this live stream, and in probably 20, 30, 40 minutes, I'm going to open it up for questions. I would appreciate it if you could hold your questions now. I really want to share this information. Yeah, you know, here's what's up. The more you do YouTube, the better things get. And my lighting has been tricky, but we keep moving forward and we're making some great strides. Again, great to have you here. Guys, do me a favor, just hello, shout out before we jump in. Hit the comment, let me know where you're coming in from, maybe what's your channel about. I'm so appreciative that you're here. Any shares are so very recommended to the team at TubeBuddy, Phil and Andrew at Ground Control. This is Major Tom. Oh yeah, I'm not a rock and roll singer, I'm a YouTuber. It's great to have you here. From the Cayman Islands, excellent. Channel is about Seattle, welcome, Tennessee, England, lots of people, poof, someone from the Tube Ritual group is in the house. Gang, welcome aboard. Again, thank you for the comments, for the likes. Guys, let's just jump in. First of all, you might want to download this paper. I've actually got all kinds of notes, and let me show you like what I do to relax. I'm such a geek. Like I've been going through this paper and highlighting and notes and whatnot, and I'm going to be sharing that with my Patreons soon and whatnot. But you can download this paper. It's available online. The paper is entitled Deep Neural Networks for YouTube Recommendations. Thank you, TubeBuddy, for sharing your own stream. Again, okay, you guys can Google this. You can tell that this was written by a geek, level 197. Deep Neural Networks for YouTube Recommendations. And the paper is really about how does the algorithm work. One of the things that's really interesting to me is, as you read this, it becomes very clear that your algorithm and the algorithm that follows me are very, very different. The algorithm really is looking at individual users, what they like, what they don't like, and our goal as YouTubers is not so much to worry about the algorithm, but yet to really identify what our audience wants and then to give it to them to create videos in a way that they want, to cover topics that they're going to be interested in. And as you read this document, it becomes clear. Now, I've got about, like, I can't remember, 9 or 10 items. We're actually going to start with item number 2, and we'll circle back. We'll circle back to item number 1. So first off, how exactly does the YouTube algorithm work? If you break it down, there's actually about 4 different phases to the algorithm. This is very interesting to me. First, the YouTube algorithm is going to make a recommendation based on an individual user. And the first thing that happens is the algorithm, it looks at metadata in user history, and it's going to score about 1 to 200 videos. And this is called candidate research, candidate phase. And it basically accumulates all this information and crunches it and says, well, we think that this user would be interested in this video or these 200 videos. We're not sure which ones, and that's the first start. One of the things we can do is to really focus on metadata. Okay, we talk about this all the time. We're going to return to metadata later, but that's really the first step. The second step then is the ranking phase. The YouTube algorithm goes through and is ranking each individual video. And this is one of the things I really focus on, and you may want to as well. You really want to think about all the individual points and what's going to be important to the algorithm. If we try to sort through this, it's going to be very challenging because there are literally hundreds of different things the algorithm looks at. However, if we prioritize the most important things and we try to score high in those areas, things like audience retention, things like the video title, things like the average view duration of your video, how many people are clicking on your video, then your video is going to get a high score. And as YouTube is trying to find which videos to serve to the user, whether it's in suggested videos, whether it's when somebody searches, then because you've got a higher score, you're going to be listed above those hundreds of videos. But here's the really interesting part, and this is, we're going to get into this later. Here it says the system overview. I'm going to read this for you guys. This is crazy. The system is comprised of 2 neural networks, one for candidate generation and one for ranking. User activity history as input, and retrieves a small subset of hundreds of videos. So candidate release is looking at those first few hundred videos. Then it goes on to the ranking network. So first, YouTube is just going to grab a couple hundred videos. Then it looks at the individual videos and it assigns a score. So imagine that your video is getting assigned a numeric score. The ranking network accomplishes this task by scoring each video according to a desired object function using a set of using a feature set describing the video and the user. The highest scoring videos are presented to the user. Okay, now here it's going to, and this is the part I want you to think about. Okay, guys, this is where it gets juicy. Check this out. This fascinates me. We rely on A/B split testing. We rely on split testing so we can measure changes in click-through rate, watch time, and other metrics that measure user engagement. So YouTube is split testing your video against other videos. So many times, have you ever wondered, how do I get my video in suggested videos? Well, know this, that if you do manage to get your video in a suggested playlist of another video, then what's going to happen is YouTube is split testing your video, your thumbnail, and so on against other videos. And if you don't have a high click-through rate, if you have poor audience retention, then you're going to have a poor scoring in the split testing and you're going to struggle. We're going to talk more about this as we move forward. Okay, have you guys ever wondered this next one? This thing is loaded with amazing things. Do you think, I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think that thumbs up or thumbs down impact rankings on YouTube? Do you think if someone likes or dislikes, does that impact the rankings? Yeah, this is deep. We're going deep, brother. Check this out. It says right here, I'm going to tell you the answer. Ethan, good to see you. They do. Yes, yes. We've got some no's. We got some yeses. I don't think thumbs matter. No, but they should. No, no. So far, hey, Jeff, great to see you. Thank you for becoming a Patreon. Lots of amazing answers. Thank you for your participation. This isn't from me. This is from one of the engineers, Paul Covington, who works at Google. It says here, exactly, although explicit feedback mechanics exist on YouTube, thumbs up, thumbs down, product surveys, we use an implicit feedback to train the model, and here's the answer, where a user completing a video is a positive sign. So it says, although we've got things in place like thumbs up and thumbs down, we use a successful completion of a video to train the algorithm as this is a video we want to promote. So the answer is it may kind of barely impact the algorithm, but not nearly as important as watch time and audience retention. Owen Video, always a pleasure. High five, Owen. Hey guys, if you're not subscribed to my bro Owen Video, make sure you jump on and subscribe to his channel. So there you have it. Do thumbs up, thumbs down really impact the algorithm? Not enough to focus on. We can't focus on hundreds of different things. And here's what I promise you. If you focus on just a handful of things, 8 or 10 things, and you make those your priority, if you focus your brain power on YouTube thumbnails, if you focus your brain power on choosing the right keyword phrases and having the ability to identify how competitive a keyword phrase is, if you focus on these elements, you're going to do much better than worrying about thumbs down, playlists, all the tricks and whatnot. Okay, so YouTube says what we really pay attention to is when a user finishes a video. That's my goal. I want someone to reach the end of a video. This is level 47 Geekazoid information on the YouTube algorithm. What else we got here, Brian? You spent all this time organizing. Okay, now we start getting into a little bit more information as far as like how does the user history impact the videos that are showing up and suggested? How does user history impact that? This is something I would love for you to think about. This is your YouTube channel. This is your YouTube channel right here. Just pretend along with me. This is the channel. There's videos in here. People can land. This is your channel. This is a user. It's me, right? This is a user. What YouTube really does well is they want to match a user with a channel that have both shown signs of similarities. In other words, the user's interested in the content that the channel is publishing and producing. Here it says in section 3.3 of the deep neural networks for YouTube recommendations, it says search history is treated similarly to watch history. Now we're gonna get into that item number 1 that I skipped. So I've labeled these about 9 or 10 things. And by the way, Jeff, you're a patron. I think Jen might be in here. You guys are gonna get access to this document with all my juicy scribbles. Okay, check this out. So in this document, it says many hours worth of videos are uploaded each second to YouTube, recommending this recently uploaded, aka fresh content, is important to YouTubers important to YouTube as a product. And then this is the bullet right here. We consistently observe that users prefer fresh content, although not at the expense of relevancy. What does that mean for you? The more you have a deep understanding of how to leverage relevancy, the better you're going to be able to rank in search. The better you're going to be able to show up in suggested. Because right here it says that, recently uploaded content is extremely important to YouTube as a product. We consistently observe that users prefer fresh content, although not at the expense of relevancy. So what is relevancy? The definition of relevancy means closely connected. Okay, closely connected. So, this is how we roll around here. I mean, we're in the lab, okay? So let's just say barbecue came into my mind because I like, it's summertime and I like good food. Barbecue ribs. What is relevancy? How does it work? I talk about this a lot, but here's the thing. The reason I do, because the more you understand it, the more you apply it, the easier you're going to be able to rank. It means closely connected. So if somebody searches for barbecue ribs in YouTube, okay, then a video that has exactly the same title, barbecue ribs, that gets a relevancy match of 100%. Does that make sense? The query is 2 words, barbecue ribs. The video title, okay, your video title is barbecue ribs. Now, if you do this, which is what most YouTubers do, barbecue ribs on a summer day with a steak sauce, smoky Texas style, that's far less relevant. The more stuff you add to your video title, the less relevant it becomes for one keyword phrase. So what I try to do is I try to get really specific. In fact, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to look at my last video that I uploaded today. And I've always got a keyword target. Okay, I'm always trying to target one specific video. I'm sorry, let me back up. I inhaled deeply, but I've still got it together, and I'm 51 and a half years old, so that's something. I've always got a keyword title, a keyword phrase target that I'm trying to rank for. So right now, my latest video is get more YouTube views fast with clickbait 2.0. And really, some of the search terms that I'm trying to rank for are get more YouTube views fast. That's my target. My target is get more YouTube views fast. And just for the fun of it, let's search right now for this phrase, and I'll just kind of tell you, get more YouTube views. There it is. So I'm nowhere. Oh, wait a minute. It auto-populated. It's not even the right. Get more YouTube views. I'm like, that's not right. Let's see. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. 73 million video results. 73 million video results. I'm number 3. One of the things I'm doing is I'm leveraging the power of relevancy. I talk about this to death. So check that out. Andrew, thank you for dropping the link to the channel. By the way, guys, I mentioned jumping over and saying hi and subscribing to Owen. Feel free to subscribe to me if you're finding this helpful and so on. Let's continue with our deep dive with the deep neural networks for YouTube recommendations. This is a paper that we're studying that was written by Paul Covington, who happens to work in Mountain View, California, which you'll find the offices of Google, and Paul works in the YouTube department, okay? And, you know, I want to say before we go on, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by, supporting TubeBuddy and myself. I appreciate your time and attention. So that's pretty cool. So YouTube is saying, you know, it's really important that we honor relevancy. And we come into our paper and we got a few more things here. Back on the ranking. This is how the ranking section. The primary role of ranking is to use impression data to specialize and calibrate candidate predictions. What the heck does that mean? Okay, we can do this. We can figure this out. Hello, good to see you, Sword something. The primary role of ranking is to use impression data. Remember when I said YouTube is split testing your video against another video? YouTube wants to know which video is going to perform better. And they're split testing videos. Falcon Gaming, what's up? All the cool kids are in the house. Hey guys, if you're just dropping in, drop a like, share this mother out. Let's get this thing packed. We're having some fun. I appreciate you being here. I think this is the one that totally made my head spin. Okay, I got another question for you. This one's very, very interesting. Do you think YouTube ranks longer videos higher than shorter videos? If the only thing YouTube looked at was the length of the video, do you think YouTube's gonna rank a longer video better or worse than a shorter video? This is a shorter video. This is a longer video. Which one's gonna rank better? No, you guys are right. Check this out. Check this out. Watch time. Bingo. You guys have got it going on. Paying attention to to all the good stuff. So here's the thing. A lot of people have misconceptions because they are making assumptions. They're not really looking at the entire situation. It says here, we use a deep neural network with similar architecture as candidate generation to assign independent scores to each video impression. That's important. We're scoring each impression. Our final ranking objective is constantly being tuned based on live A/B split testing, but is generally simple function of expected watch time per impression. Expected watch time per impression. So here's what I want you to think about. Let's pretend that my book happens to be a thumbnail. I know it seems like a cheesy promotion, and clearly it is in disguise, but I just had it close, and let's just say it's a thumbnail. If this is a thumbnail and it gets 100 clicks, and this is another thumbnail and it gets 10 clicks for every 100 impressions, then this video and thumbnail is going to get way more clicks, and those clicks are going to highly impact the split testing. What Google wants to look at is which video is going to drive more watch time per impression. So it's not just how good your audience retention is. It's not just how long your average duration is. If a lot of people are clicking on your thumbnail, that's going to greatly, greatly help you to dominate in YouTube. Think about this. If the average click-through rate is 2%, let's make this simple. If the average click-through rate is 2%, 100 impressions are shown. 2% means 2 clicks. 2 clicks. However, if another thumbnail does very well and has a 4% click-through ratio, then that video is going to get 4 clicks, 4 views, twice as many views, okay? And it's going to help that video to do so very well. Hey, Jimmy, thank you. I appreciate it, and so does TubeBuddy. Thank you so much. So, the moral of the story is this, and I want to expand on this a little bit. Do you guys ever, how many people here know world-class Wrecking Crew founding member Nick Nimmin? Do you guys know Nick Nimmin? If you do, just say, yeah, I love Nick. That guy he's the bomb. Have you ever noticed that Nick's videos are typically between 4 and 6 minutes? His videos are shorter. One of the things that I've read in these deep studies is that the longer a video is, the more burnout happens per user. If you publish a 20-minute video, there's a much higher chance someone's going to leave your channel, not watch another video. However, if you publish a 4-minute video, this is like the super secret, double secret probation. I shouldn't even be sharing this. If you publish a 4-minute video, the likelihood of someone getting to the end is much greater than a 20-minute video that's 5 and 10, another 10 is 20. And if they watch another one of your videos, well, that tells the algorithm, okay, that the person watched this video, watched almost to the end, they watched another video from the channel. This is huge. So what you want to think about is great thumbnails and having high audience retention. And when you pair these together, magical stuff, I'm talking poof, pixie dust, all of it starts to happen. So YouTube is split testing thumbnails and videos, and their goal is to be able to identify the videos that drive the most watch time per impression. Oh my gosh, this is the one I really, really, really love. I am geeking out here. I think we've just achieved Geekazoid level 57. Hey, by the way, I'm Brian G. Johnson. It's a pleasure to have you here. As you can see, I'm seated. It's like, remember back in the day, there was MTV Acoustic, or what was the show? And then they sat down, but it was rock and roll still, but they were seated. Well, that's kind of like I'm seated and I'm chill, but I'm feeling the vibe. Unplugged. Hey, Dan, we got another Patreon in the house. Oh, you guys made my day. Yeah, thank you to all the cool kids. Okay, guys, this one right here is perhaps the most powerful thing. It's very easy to understand, and if you understand and apply this and work towards this, we observe that the most important signals are those that describe a user's previous interaction with the item itself. What are they talking about? They're talking about why should some videos get ranked higher than others. Remember we talked about the ranking, and like YouTube is assigning a numeric value to your video? Well, one of the things they're considering is they're looking at the user. So if the user just searched, or if the user's is watching a video, well, YouTube is trying to identify which videos should they put in suggested. And it says here, we observe that the most important signals are those that describe the user's interaction with the item itself. Are you guys following? Do you have any idea what the item is? The item is your channel. Okay? I'm going to read it again. I'm sorry to be repetitive, but I want to make sure you get this. We observe that the most important signals are those that describe a user's previous interaction with the item. What has a user done in the past? What has a user done in the past? And the item is your channel. Guys, if you're getting a bit of buffering, it'll get better. I've got a poor internet signal, but just hang in there, it'll get better. Don't worry about it. Just hang in there. So YouTube is looking at the user, and they're looking at how many times has the user visited your channel. Okay, if the user's visited your channel a lot, that's gonna help you get a higher score. And then it says, as an example, consider the user's past history with the channel that uploaded the video that's being scored. How many videos has the user watched from this channel? What was the last time the user watched a video from this channel? So many people, they say to me, Brian, I'm doing all the stuff. I've got the SEO down. I'm doing all these things. I can't succeed. Here's why. The problem is, like, if people aren't sticking to your channel, if they're not watching multiple videos, if these things are happening, then this right here is killing your channel. Because it says here, a user's previous interaction with the item itself. As an example, consider the user's past history with the channel that uploaded the video. How many videos did the user watch? If they love your channel and they've watched 20 videos in the last few days, they're gonna serve your video in suggested. They're gonna serve your video higher. And this is why SEO kind of works. If all it took was to stick a keyword phrase in the title, then YouTube would be broken. Exactly. Yes, they serve the video because there's a past performance. There's past history with the viewer that clearly indicates that the user really likes the channel. And let me see, I think that's about that. And then it says this again, it mentions this about 2 or 3 times. It says, our goal is to predict expected watch time. Given training examples that are either positive, the video impression was clicked, or negative, the impression wasn't clicked. So if YouTube throws your video up and suggested and people don't click it, your video gets demoted. How important is a good thumbnail right now? Wow. I mean, can you imagine that? It's a big deal. Let me give you an example. I am not happy with this thumbnail today, but I'll change it out in about a week. It's not bad. I give it a B-, a C+. But when I make this small, like, and let me show you here, I'll just go into my, I got a lot of fancy tools, including this $2.99 app that I use. When I make it small, it's hard to read clickbait 2.0, right? So, you know, these are all the things that I do a good job plenty of times, but sometimes we make mistakes. But this just shows how important it is to have a good thumbnail. So guys, there you have it. Hey, Bucket Gaming, how's that? High five? There you go, brother. So I hope that was helpful. Honestly, I would love to get your feedback, because as someone, my goal, my mission right now is to help you move forward, to help you grow your channel. It was that, I know this was pretty heavy and deep, and I tried to break it down and simplify it. I hope it made sense. I hope you know, it was something that you enjoyed. If you guys have got questions, I would absolutely love to take those questions for you. We've got another, 20 minutes, 35 minutes here. Is there any way I can save this video? Well, it'll be available on the really hurt my head. I know, it's pretty deep, right? But here's the thing, the more you associate with this kind of information, the easier it's going to be to understand. I'll mention too that I don't like the word expert, okay? I feel like I'm just on this planet, like learning what I learn and I share with others, but I've been learning and studying about algorithms and SEO for 16, 17 years, since about 2001. So this stuff kind of comes naturally to me, but I want to mention that the most important thing is to create videos that people really like. And if you focus on the basic stuff, you will succeed. One of the things here, let me do this. You can see my channel here, not real good, but not very good at all. I've got a playlist, YouTube algorithm, and it really goes into some of these basic things. You might find it helpful. You might want to check that out. Brian G. Johnson TV. Brian G. Johnson TV. So guys, let's do some questions. Something I'd like to know, does have my video externally embedded on popular sites boost my ranking? The way you said it, I would say no. Because what your qualification was, it's on a popular site. Now, if your video is being played hundreds of times a day on those websites, then the answer is yes. Because at the end of the day, kind of. See, this is what's important. Again, you have to ask what's most important to YouTube. And what's most important is how long did someone watch? So if those users don't watch much, if they bail, it's not going to help a whole lot. It's going to accumulate you watch time. You will probably grow over time, but the very best way to supercharge your results is to focus on audience retention, on basic relevancy, which we talked about, and so on. Audience retention plus those keywords that we discovered when we talked about barbecue ribs. Like, that is a recipe for success. Do you feel like the titles for videos about toys should be simple? Yeah, I've got several ways I title my videos depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. But simple is always good. And here's why. You want to make it so easy for people to understand, hey, Yabi, good to see you. You want to make it so easy for people to understand what you got. If you got a simple title that a monkey could read and a thumbnail that's easy to read, there's not a lot of text, it stands out, then it's going to comprehend in the user's mind. It's not like users are reading on YouTube, but users comprehend. There's no guaranteed way for watch time or retention. Yeah, there's no guarantees at all. Exactly, Andrew. There's nothing you can do. But here's the good news. What you can do is you can study your audience retention metrics, and the more you look at those with the aim of improving, you can make changes. I've made a ton of changes on my channel in the last 3 months. And right now, my watch time is up about 25%. My views are up about 25%, and so are my subscribers, because I'm paying attention to the audience. Here's another thing I want to share. YouTube recommends that we as creators, we focus on an audience, and we give the audience what they want, and the audience likes it, then the algorithm is going to follow. If there's an audience for a video, there will be even a bigger audience in the coming months. Are too many tags bad? It's not the number of tags, it's how you tag your videos. And what's the word I would use again? Relevancy. YouTube tells us that relevancy pays off. YouTube says users find relevancy very important. So you can create tags based on relevancy. And if you're wondering how to do that, what you do is you create tags that match and are relevant to your title, okay? Let me show you this here. So If you search YouTube for YouTube tags, my video comes up number 2, and that video goes into depth for how to create YouTube tags based on relevancy. And here's what's very cool. If you create the tags based on how I recommend, right there, if you do that, you're going to see more views. And here's why. The way it works is you're not going to rank for one keyword phrase, but you're going to create tags based on a bunch of keyword phrases that are all closely connected to your video title. Again, it's really understanding relevancy. My channel is about Minecraft. Am I screwed already? It's more competitive, right? So, you know, if you were Rocket League, right? That's a cool game that came out a while ago. And how about PlayerUnknown's Battleground? I play that game. And let me tell you there, punk, if I catch you creeping around in the bushes and you get shot in the back by Dirty Harry Potter, that was me, and I took you down. So watch yourself. I think we should have fun too. So it's really about relevancy. It's really about competition. Does that mean you're screwed? No. Make the best Minecraft games you can. Learn how YouTube works. Create playlists. Create a brand. Don't create a channel, create a brand. When you do all these things, you're going to rise to the top. Nobody is screwed on YouTube. There's always opportunity for a YouTuber that comes along and creates something that people want more of. Someone said something about my book. If you liked this live stream, I'm confident you'll like this book. It's getting amazing reviews from folks. And turns out you can get a copy to Amazon.com. Okay, we got another question. What is your suggestion about how to reach out to bigger YouTubers who have more subscribers and don't necessarily you to cooperate? Yeah, exactly. But I'll tell you what. You know what? I just did a collaboration with Nick Nimmin. I've done other collaborations with bigger YouTubers. I've collaborated with marketers in the past. And here's how you do it. Do not ask for a collaboration. Choose 10 people that you'd like to work with and participate in their community. Show up, comment, engage, build your channel. And if you shoot for the stars, if you're like, I'm gonna collaborate with PewDiePie, your chances are greatly diminished. He's just too big. It's gonna be hard to stand out. Don't shoot for huge YouTubers. Shoot for people, YouTubers, that are a few levels above you. For example, let me see if I can get a fresh water. Hang on. You know, one of the things I try to do is pay it forward. One of the things I try to do is just connect with people. If you want to collaborate, think more about connecting and putting out positivity into the world. Anybody here see the video that Daryl Eves did with Nick Nimmin? It was for a channel review, and Daryl kind of took all these submissions and selected one YouTuber, and then he did a live stream for an hour or so. And I saw Nick's video, and I saw the channel he was launching, and I was like, this guy is really good. He's gonna go far. And I liked him. I related to him. He was about my age. He was kind of doing the thing I wanted to do. And I just reached out and I said, yo, brother, great video. I love what you're doing. Props on the deal with Daryl Eves. And you know what? We started chatting back and forth. And I wasn't like, let's do a collaboration. I'm like, hey, what's cracking? Try to make friends instead of getting stuff. And if you move through life in your YouTube career like that, I promise you, you'll have lots of opportunities. It's all about just moving forward. Yeah, I got great hair. But it's funny, I got alopecia. There's holes in it, like going bald all over the place. But I keep doing what I can. Is it a good idea to grow a live stream app, to grow on a live stream app and bring my audience to my channel? Hey, Ethan, nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, you know, here's what's up. Anything you can do to build an audience on YouTube is great. For me, excuse me, what I try to do is to really focus first on videos and also on live streaming. And I'm going to be doing like the OBS thing soon. I'm going to be moving forward. Super chats have been disabled. I'm going to be moving forward and working with OBS and doing more live streams. But what I've really been focused consciously on improving videos, and improving, what I really mean is by understanding what people want in my niche and to create videos that resonates. Here's a tip. Have you guys ever heard that you should just be yourself? Like, hey, you're a YouTuber, be yourself. Be yourself. Hey, be authentic. Be yourself. Listen, that's terrible advice. What if you suck? What if you're bad? What if you don't have a lot of skills? And someone says, hey, welcome to YouTube. Be yourself. Well, if that's it, then it ends there. You feel like I just have to keep doing this because I just need to be myself. What I like to do is think of it like this. Be yourself, but try to become a better version of yourself. Become the person you want to be. Don't ever lose sight of who you are. Don't ever lose sight of your personality, what makes you tick. If you are analytical and into numbers and you like to rock a protractor, do that and be that person, but also be aware of what's working for other channels. Here's an idea. If you want crazy success, do this. Make a list of the top 10, that's 5 and 5, that makes 10. Make a list of the top 10. Wow, everybody wants to super chat, or I'm not sure what's going on. Closed captions in the algorithm. I'll get to them right after this. Closed caption. So you go to those 10 channels and make a list. Look for the things that they're doing similarly, right? How is the tone of the channel? How much humor is incorporated into the channel? How serious are the videos? How goofy are the videos? Do the channels use an intro? Do the channels feature a YouTuber that's on screen? If so, if all 10 channels in your niche have a YouTuber that's on screen and you're not on screen, I would say maybe think about being on screen. Because if you add up all these things, it absolutely can help you to understand what's working for a YouTuber. Oh, I'm so glad my dogs aren't here. You know, that was the doorbell. And that means it was probably the postal guy, and my dogs would have gone crazy right now. So what about closed captions? I've heard a lot of great things about closed captions. I absolutely believe they can help you drive some more views, but I also believe this. I believe that if we were to make a list of the top 25 things that the algorithm looks at, I think that the closed captions are going to be kind of far down on the list. And I believe if you do a better job in the other areas, that you're going to be able to rock it no matter what. That's what I personally believe. Do I think you can get a bit of a boost? Yeah, sure, maybe. But again, I really focus on what's most important. Audience retention is king. How to gain 100 subs. Stop asking how to gain 100 subs and study. Watch these live streams. Build a better channel. ask a better question, my friend. I don't want to pick on you. How to gain 100 subs again. Like, ask a better question, my friend. What are you working on? What are you struggling with? Are you on camera? Do you understand the SEO? Do you have better thumbnails? Could you improve your thumbnails? How's your editing? Do you know what a jump cut is? Can you add an effect? Can you do all the things that make up a good YouTube channel? Because when you can, then I guarantee that getting 100 subscribers, that's peanuts, brother. And, you know, here's what's up. I don't want to pick on you, but I truly want you to move forward and succeed. And the fact of the matter is, if you just like asking and it's like, can you subscribe to my channel, sub for sub, like that's going nowhere, baby. Reminds me of this song by Chris Isaac. You're going nowhere. You're going nowhere. Okay. What do you think the top thing to get views with the algorithm? Closed caption. So what's the most important thing? There's no like one solution. But if you do about 3 things, if you focus your attention on 3 things, that's 1, 2, and then another one, that's 3. I guarantee you will drive more views. Number 1 is audience retention. I can tell you the audience retention of my last 5 videos off the top of my head. The last one, I haven't got the stats on. The one before that is about 68%. The one before that, actually, was 71%. Why was it 71%? Because I tested out removing the intro. The intro sucked. I didn't like the intro, so I left it out. And the result was I had 72% audience retention. I published a video before that. Unbelievable trick gets you more YouTube views. That had an audience retention of 69 to 70%. Study your audience retention with the aim of improving. And then when you pair that with understanding the power of relevancy, we talked about relevancy quite a bit. When you do that, when you pair relevancy with audience retention and you start scoring high, then you're going to rock it. Here's a good example. You can create a video about Minecraft and it's going to be saturated. There's going to be 100 million, 200 million videos. Right? If you search for, like, let me do this right now, just for the heck of it. Let's play, so boring, been done a million times. Let's play Minecraft. Okay, so here's what's up. If you create a video and the title is Let's Play Minecraft, there are 57 million video results. But Minecraft, how to build a castle. This is what I'm talking about. I hope you guys are getting this. This is powerful. This can change your life. This has got pixie dust and it's electricity. This one has 1.9 million video results. It's a lot easier to rank for Minecraft, how to build a castle. And you know what? The thing is, someone asked, am I doomed? Hell no, you're not doomed. But you've got to figure this stuff out. And if you don't try to figure out how it works, I'm not saying you should buy this book, but I'm not saying you shouldn't buy this book. And inside the book are dozens and dozens of super secret strategies that I've used to get 18,000 subscribers in about 16 months. Then you can succeed with any kind of niche you want. Dan says, I'll say it, buy the book. You know, I've been able to tone myself down when I make a video. When I make a video, I can be cool and calm. I can almost come off almost cool. Not quite, but almost. But I tell you, folks, when I come hang out with you, you get the Goofy, the Brian G. You get the Poodle Wrangler. Details about fair use in YouTube videos for news on YouTube. Here's what's up. It's difficult, and the reason why is it pisses people off. So if you create a lot of videos, then what's going to happen is someone is going to have a bad day, and they're going to see you use part of their video, and they're going to make a claim. And you know what? It's like, what's difficult is it's a very gray area. Now, what you can do is, I think, you know, using a picture, not any picture, you can't just go get a picture, but you find the right picture, one that you can use, one that you have the rights to, then it's a lot easier to move forward. Is gender important on YouTube? Guys can rock and roll, girls can rock and roll, transgenders can find their tribe because birds of a feather flock together. And it was hard for me to say that because what I like to say is birds of a feather flock of seagulls. What I mean by that, I'm buffering. Just hang in there, buddy. Tips for retention, please. Okay, cool. Tips for retention. Get to the point immediately. Have one core focus for your video, like how to bake a cake or how to make a Minecraft castle, how to create a Minecraft castle. Get to the point. Edit religiously. As you sit down and you look at your video and it's 12 minutes long, if you can cut 3 minutes and you don't lose any of the information and it's a little peppier, that's better. Editing is perhaps one of the most underutilized tools for YouTubers. How many tags for each video? Don't focus on the number of tags. It matters not. Instead, focus on understanding relevancy. Thank you, Andrew. Bam. What's your third thing? Okay, we got retention, we got relevancy and keywords. And the third thing would be make a strong brand. What I can tell you is, statistically speaking, right now there are 126 YouTubers in this chat, and I would bet that 90 of them don't have a strong brand. When you create a brand, it's easy for people to remember your channel. How can you create a brand? Use a similar color palette again and again in your thumbnails. Repeat that color palette in your channel art. What's your value proposition? Where's our thumbnail? Also known as an iPhone case. Have you ever noticed that Apple products are always packaged in white? Why? Because it's a brand. Have you ever noticed that when you see a Nike commercial, they almost always mention "just do it"? Why? Because it's a brand. Have you ever noticed that every time I upload a video, I mention words like, if you want to not only upload, but amplify your videos, consider subscribing, hit the bell notification, and you won't miss anything. Why? Because I've created a brand to make it easy for people. People aren't going to take time to figure out why what you have is awesome. So we've got to make it super simple. Making it super simple is always using the same color palette, like a white Apple box, whether you buy a phone, an iPad. If you buy a car, when Apple releases the car, it'll come in a box. Inside the box will be a car. You heard it here first. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a reality. Guys, I want to tell you a bit of a story. I want to tell you a bit of a story about my conversations with Nick Nimmin. Do you guys know Nick? Are we still on board with Nick? Like I said, I reached out to Nick Nimmin about a year ago, and bam, doing. The hell did that boy just say? And I'm like, Liz, I'm like, Nick, I love what you're doing. Keep keeping on, brother. Keep doing your thing. And he's like, hey, thanks, man. And then it was like a week later, and I'm like, hey, Nick, what's cracking? And then he's like, hey, Brian, I like what you're doing on your channel, man. You've got a cool personality, and we became friends. And we've really experienced the journey together. And one of the things, our last conversations, it went kind of like this. It's like, the thing about it is a lot of people, I think they're looking for the lucky break. They're looking for what's the best way, and that's good. You should do that. Keep doing that, because then you're going to learn what's most important. You're going to have a better understanding of relevancy, building a brand, audience retention, all of the things. But as you keep moving forward, you're practicing. Don't try to study this stuff to death. Keep publishing videos. And as you do that, you're going to get a few more subscribers, and your editing is going to get better. And you're going to publish a video, and it's going to get views. And you're going to be excited. And you're going to be like, "Wow, this is happening!" And you're going to get even hungrier. And you're going to like stay up late, get up early. You're going to edit. You're going to keep moving forward. You're going to see that the dream is becoming a reality, and it's going to fuel you, and you're going to continue, and you're going to keep working harder, and you're going to keep growing, and then one day you're going to publish another video. You're going to publish another video, and all of a sudden, all the work and the effort, all of the thoughts and the videos, and the times you thought thinking about YouTube, it's going to come together, and you're going to publish a video, and it's going to go kaboom! Do you want to see what that looks like when it goes, this is stupid. Well, you know what, my friend? Maybe it's not for you. That's okay. You can go find another channel. That's just how that is. I don't know if I can say that on the TubeBuddy channel, but I gotta show you this. It's like so exciting. It wasn't stupid to me when this happened. When Nick Nimmin, thank you, Andrew. This is what Nick Nimmin calls a wall of views. When you keeping on and you focus on an audience and you do the best you can, all of a sudden you hit the right elements, all of the stars align, and you start growing exceptionally fast. And that's pretty amazing. So keep moving forward. Keep striving. And my friend, stake your claim.